Hi Best Buds, it's Cathy with Cathy's Garden, and I am so happy that you've joined me today. Today is hashtag #TagMeTuesday, but first let's have our shout out to Mildred, Joan of Arc, Michelle, Paula, Deanne, Kelly, The Gracie Show, and Daggy. I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, you guys, so today we're going to make an easy gusseted file folder with a small no-sew junk journal. Well, that sounds like a lot, doesn't it? So let's get right to it. So when I was deciding this gusseted file folder, I came up with a little prototype here, and I said to myself, egads, Cathy, this is just an awful lot going on here. Can we not simplify this? And I said, yeah, we're going to simplify it. So out with the prototype and in with the simple way of doing it. That's my style, simple. So what I've come up with is I have a piece of cardstock right here. And this cardstock right now is 10.5 by 4 inches. 10.5 inches by 4 inches. Now it's not going to stay 10.5. We are going to cut it down. And I just have a piece of music paper that I'm going to actually line the inside with, because you will see the inside, and I did not print it on both sides. This paper is a digital from Roxy's creation, and it will be listed down below, the things that I use in this video. So I really like this piece right here, that part of it. I think that looks really nice. So before we go to folding and doing all of that, let's go ahead and let's attach our paper inside here. So I'm just looking one more time to make sure I'm going to do this correctly. And this is my Tombow glue. You use the glue that you like best, okay, you guys? You don't have to use Tombow glue. You use what you like. And I'm actually going to take it all the way down, even though we're not going to use this whole piece. It's just kind of easier that way for me, and that's what it's all about here. I don't want to make anything so difficult that I don't have fun anymore. I want to have fun doing this, so to me that has to be pretty doggone simple for me to have fun and not struggle. If I have to struggle with all this stuff and measure and do all that, I'm out. I can't handle that. That's not fun for me. I don't measure well. Things get all cattywampus when I start measuring. So we have got that right on there, just like that. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to trim this off. Alrighty, so let's get to trimming this and get it down to the size that we need. So that side is done, this side, and this side here. Alright, so far pretty doggone simple, right? It's not going to get any harder than this, guys. This is it. This is as hard as it gets. Alright, so now we have our paper and we have it backed. I'm just checking here. So now what I want to do is I want to, I said I wanted this piece right here. I just think that looks so pretty. And that is actually about, it kind of starts changing at 3.5. And we're actually going to fold this down to a, let's see, what do I want to fold it down to? 3.5, 4? Let me look here. 1, 2, 3. 3.5 is fine. Let's do 3.5. It's going to be a little short of 3.5, guys, but that's going to be okay. So really, whatever size you choose is going to be okay. If you want to go a little wider, you could go a little wider. If you wanted to go a little taller, you could do that too. Now I am going to trim this off right here at about, I would have to say maybe an inch, maybe a little shy of an inch. So I'm just going to mark it here at the inch, and we'll look at it, and I might need to take it down just a little bit more. So hopefully this will cut and not chew, since it is very wet. No, it cut. No, that's just fine. Alrighty, so now we have our basis of our file folder here. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to round the corners right here before we get any further and I forget. And then what I want to do is I want to bring in 2 little strips. Now these are scraps. I'm really going to use it so that this is on the outside. And this is the way that I've come up with making this easy. So we're going to fold this in half, just like that. And then we're going to fold, now I'm going to highlight this folding in half thing just so you can see it a little better. So I'm just going to highlight it. Okay. Now I want to take this side and I want to fold it in. So here we are, folding that in just like that. And then we're going to take this side and we're going to fold it in. So we're folding the edges into the center fold. Alrighty. Now I'm going to open it back up. And I'm going to turn this one out the other way. So I'm going to just fold it back like that. I'm going to highlight it just so you can see what I'm doing a little better. We're making the gusseted part of this file folder. That's what we're doing here. We're pleating this paper, kind of like when we did when we were kids and you want to make a fan and we folded it. Okay, so we folded it and now it's like this. See? Accordion kind of like. And this happens, now I know someone's going to say, what size was this, Kathy? This was 1 inch by almost 4, or not, a little over 4, I should say. But the length of it really needs to fit right here on this part right here. That's what you need. So I'm going to have to cut this one down. This one I'm going to cut down, okay? But before I cut it down, I'm going to go ahead and do this one. So what we did was we took our strip, which was 1 inch by, I think I said a little over 4, and we're going to fold it in half. So I'm just going to, it is cardstock, by the way. This is cardstock. I didn't try it with copy weight paper. I didn't even try it with that, so I have no idea how that would work. That would be an experiment that maybe you could try. And so I'm just inking it up so you can see it better. So it's just like that. Now we're going to take this side and we're going to fold it right up to that center crease. So we're just folding. Okay, just creasing it. Alrighty. Now we're going to take this side and we're going to fold it into the center. So let's do that. Get it folded in to the center. And because it's cardstock, it really doesn't want to do it, but you can make it. Alrighty, so now we're like that, and you could actually fold it again if you wanted. So, alright, so we've got it in a little tiny, all folded up. We're going to make it so the coffee dyed paper is sticking out, because that's what I want to have shown, to show, I should say. That's what I want to show on the outside of my little file folder here. And I'm going to ink up the folds just like that. Oops, jumped out of my hands. Okay. Alrighty. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to ink around all of this file folder that we've got before we add any of our pieces that's going to make it gusseted. So here we go. We're just running our ink around, and I'm doing the inside here because it's gusseted, so you're going to see inside of here. You are. I do have one example that I can show it, that I will show at the end, and I got it because, you know, I started out doing the template thing and said, oh, that's just too much. We're not doing all that. And I got it to do it easily. I found a way to do it easily, and that was my example because I finished it out. So now I've got it all inked. Looks really pretty, doesn't it? So I think what I want to do is go ahead and decorate the front here before I get it all three-dimensional here and popped up. So I've got some scraps that I've already inked up in my little dish here, and I've just got a few things. Now wait a second, this is for my booklet. Yeah, I don't want to do this yet. That's for my booklet. So what I have is in this dish right here. Now I went ahead and I punched out with my tab punch, which is this little punch right here, my tab punch. And there, we are memory keeper. We are. Okay, so I've got it punched out. I've got it inked up. And what I want to do is I want to go ahead and I want to just glue it right here on the front. This front part right here. That's where I'm going to glue this. I think I want to put it right here on the edge, somewhere on the edge here. So I'm just going to grab my hot glue, quick, easy, great for videos. You use whatever glue you would like. That is a personal preference. So now we have our little tab. Isn't that cute? I love that. I've got a bunch of lace here. I've got a bunch of different types of lace, and I'm not good at knowing what all these things are called. A lot of you are, and you tell me, and I don't even remember. But anyway, it doesn't really matter about knowing the names of these things because they're just scraps that I have, and we're going to use up a few scraps here. So I'm not real sure what I want. I just grabbed some scraps. That's kind of pretty going that way. And maybe if we just do a little bit of a collage of some scraps, that's a cool idea. Maybe add a little bit of what do I want to say here? Bling. Of course, we can add our bling. So I'm just looking here to see what is it that I really think I want. I'm not sure if I even want this, but I'm just going to tear this music paper and just see if possibly a piece of music paper there would be nice, since it pulls in from the top there. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and let's get this down. And I'm just going to ink up my little piece right here. Alrighty, so I do like this one here. Let's go ahead and let's get this one down. I'm just going to add my glue on here. Quick, easy for the video. And let's just place it right here. That'll be fine. And I kind of like this little net right here, and I think I want to put, do I want that net over? Yeah, maybe over it. So let's put the music paper down next. Alrighty, so let's just get that right here. Okay, I like that placement. And then let's see, I liked this little scrap right here, even though it's super white. I do like it. I think I might like it turned up that way. So let's just go ahead and add a little glue right here and just lay this down, just like this. All right, and next I would like this little bit of net. I think I want it kind of cattywampus to the world right here. I'm just going to press that down. And then I like this pink little flower. Now I think I want to pop it up. Do I want it there or there? No, I think I kind of mostly want it right here. Just pop that down. Oh, I do like that. I think that's really pretty. It's just a little bit of a collage with some laces and a little bit of music paper. And I do think that I need to, I'm going to move this right now, I need to bring in some of my pearls. And I don't know if I want the white or the pink cream. I think I want the cream. Maybe I want the white because I've got white lace right here. Let's lay some of these out just to see what's going on here. I have to turn them so I can pick them up with my finger. I used to pick them up with my pen, but these are bigger pearls that I used to use, and they're a little heavier, too heavy for the pen. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue right here in the middle. I'm going to pop that one down. I do like the white. It pulls in the white of this ribbon right here, or lace I should say. And how about if we just do some here and there, not all of the areas. Let's do one right down here, like that. And then maybe one right here. Get that over a little better. Alrighty, and maybe one more right here. There we go. How about that? I think that looks really pretty. All right, time to put, let me move this stuff out and away, guys. We're going to put in our gusseted pieces that we made. That's right here. And what we want to do is we're going to open it up, and we're going to, it creased because it was wet when we folded it, but it's okay because you're not going to see that. That's down inside. What you might see is right here, and I didn't ink that up. You might, I don't know. All right, so we've got our pieces. Now I'm going to lay glue on one of these sides, and then I'm going to place it right here. But before I do that, I want to shorten this. So I'm just going to take my pencil, and I'm going to mark it right here. So it's just a little bit shorter than my actual paper. My paper's here and my mark's there, so it's just a little bit shorter. I'm just going to cut it off, just like that. And I'm going to cut off, got things hanging from my scissors, guys. I'm going to cut off this one, use the other one as a template, and I'm just going to give it a chop. Get it in there. There we go. Now we've got them the same size, and they will fit right here nicely. And I want my coffee dyed paper to be on the outside, so I'm going to lay that to be on the outside. And I'm going to, now this part, the bottom, I'm going to cut the bottom at a little bit of an angle, like that. It's just going to help when I go to shut it. I guess is the word for it. When I go and shut this, it's just going to help a little bit. So I'm just going to cut just a little angle. This one seems to be a little severe. Cut the tip off. I just cut the tip off of the point, that's all. Now I'm going to add my glue onto my gusseted part, and I'm going to just place it right here on the edge. So we're glued right on the edge. Okay. I'm going to do the exact same thing to this side. My coffee dyed part I want out, so I'm going to put my glue right here and stick it down. So I got to turn it this way because I want that point, that where we cut it, cut the point off. I want that to be down below at the fold. So now we have both of them like that. So they're there. Oh, I did that one wrong. I put that one on the wrong side. Oh well, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to take it off. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my glue right here on this paper, and I'm going to fold it. Now I think this is the hardest part of all of it, to get it folded straight, especially with the hot glue. Now this one, that's why I do it separately, because it's very hard to do both of them at the same time with the hot glue. Now if you have glue that doesn't dry real fast, then you could do them together. Alrighty, so we've got that. And I've actually, yikes, I glued my gusseted. There we go. There we go. Now we've got our gusseted part. All right, do you see? See, it's like boing, 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 boing. Alrighty. Oh, it's looking great. Now, we're going to make a little journal to go inside. So what I have done to prep is I have selected a few pieces. You know, they're just scraps, and they're coffee dyed pages and colored pages and book pages and all kinds of different pages. Now the pages here, I actually have 9 pages, which turned out to be 18 total. So that's a pretty good size little book here. Now you want to make sure that it fits nicely down inside before you go decorating. And this one does. This one's a little tall. This one's taller than the one that I made earlier. So you can actually see it right there. I don't think I'm going to take the time to cut this off. I'm going to let it be a little taller. It's not going to bother me any. And what I would like to do now is, I'm just looking at it to see if everything's straight the way I want it, is I'm going to bring in my stapler, and I'm actually going to just get some paper clips and just hold this in place a little bit, just to keep them from the pages from shifting too much. And I want to staple right at the fold, and I'm just going to staple 2 times right at the fold right there, and then we're going to fold it back up. And sometimes, I don't think it happened this time, sometimes it's a little offset. No, that's pretty good. That's not bad at all. Alrighty, that worked out just fine. Excuse the reach. I'm going to pick this up. Now, this is what I'm going to bring in my little pieces here. And let's just decorate this up a little bit. Now, you know I don't want my little staples, excuse me guys, my staples to show. I'm going to get my washi, and I really like this right here. I think this will work fine. I think it's not, is it wide enough to cover it? Oh, just barely. I'm going to grab something else because that was not wide enough. So I'm checking to see that it's as wide or wider than my staple. That's what I'm looking at, because that's the whole point of putting this on, is I want to cover up my staples. I don't like my staples to be showing. I know a lot of people do, and it's actually part of their design. I personally don't care for it, and I'm just going to cover it. Now, I like it when they do it. When they do it and their projects, that it doesn't bother me at all. But when I do it, I don't like the roughness of the staple. I don't like it, anything about it. So I just cover mine up. So I'm using the exact same washi. I'm going to do the exact same thing inside, just like this. It's a quick and easy fix. You could put paper down, but this is super fast and easy. Now, let's go ahead and let's design something for the front of this. So I have a few different things. I think what I want to do is, let's just tear this right here, and I'm going to ink this up just a little bit. There we go. Move that out of the way. And let's place that right, just right like that. That'll be just fine. And just adding my Tombow glue. And I'm just going to place this right here. Okay. I have a little label here. It's a botanical label. It's from JLeeloo, and I will leave that description, or that, not the description, I will leave that information down below if you're interested. And also I'll leave that box of washi down below too if you're interested in what that washi was all about. Now this is in my way. I'm going to move it. I think I'd like that right there. Once again, I'm just adding a few pieces here and there just to give it a little bit of a design on the front other than what was already there. I think I'd like to add this just right there. I think that's really nice. And I might add a little bit of music paper, since we have an awful lot of music paper in this. Okay, so about if I add it, oh, maybe right there, that will be just fine. There we go. Just pop it right there, just like that. Now, do I want any possible lace on this at all? I'm not sure. Where did I lay all my lace? Right here. Bringing it back in for just a second. I just want to see. It might be really pretty to put some here. And do I like that one? Or do I want, this one is a little heavier feel to it. No, I like the lighter feel, and I surely don't think I want anything like this on it. So I'm going to just add a little bit of glue right here at the top, and I'm just going to lay this right on the top. Press it down, and I think I'm going to bring it all the way around. So all the way around we go. I just realized I don't have my white noise machine on because I heard my older dog start talking. Yep, he's talking. He's already eaten. Alrighty, I'm going to go check on him. Just a minute. Alright, you guys, so we finished that up. I really like how that turned out. I think it's quite adorable. Now, if you want to do some stamping or do whatever inside, that would be great. But this will fit right inside your gusseted file folder, just like that. Oh my gosh, isn't that cute? Now, you could put it in a pocket belly band, or you could even put it on a flip. Now, you could put it on a flip this way. You could glue it directly onto the page of your journal. You could glue this on the outside of a junk journal too. That would be really cute. You could even put an extra flip on this side, and you could flip it this way in your journal. Now, here's the other one that I made earlier, right here. Now, I did sew this, but I got into a little bit of a problem inside. I lined it with some old book page, and it ripped when I put my gusseted pocket folding right here. It ripped and didn't stay, so I had to recover it, and that's why it's sewn on this side, but it's not sewn on this side, because I had to fix that. But I love how this one turned out, and this is the little book that I made to go inside of this one, and it just fits right down inside just like that, you guys. I absolutely love these. I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and if you have, please give me a thumbs up. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to check out Tag Me Tuesday. The link is down below. See you there, guys. Bye now.